Hello, Space Engineers. This is Gelda 880 showing the capabilities of my horizontal automated miner. You can see I did a little digging over there. Um, I built it right here. Um, I have this attached. This is the creative version. It's got this resource and these connectors to spit out ore. Um, and real fast because just one connector is not enough to get rid of all the ore that it generates. Otherwise, it causes problems. Um, so anyway, without ado, it's already back in here. So I'm going to press 1, 2, and 3. 1 stops all the counters on all the timer blocks. 2, I don't know exactly what it does. It clears everything. And 3 triggers. And as you can see, the drills down there are starting to work away. If I were to press 9 at this point, it would continue on until it did 1 cycle, and then it would stop. We'll go ahead and do that. So currently it's just going to do 1 cycle, and that's basically all I wanted to show you. This is for the creative mode. The creative mode actually comes with all that stuff back there to kick out the ore. See how fast the ore is coming out. But all this is connected in the creative mode so that you can kick that ore out real quick, so you can kind of get an idea or a feel of how the machine works. I like the round tunnel going through here, and you can build, like even a road down here. I mean, you could just, place these down and both sides, and then you got a little bit of a road. You can even go all the way out to the sides, make yourself a nice little platform so you can drive vehicles through here, go all the way through a mountain or whatever. I mostly use it just to generate rocks to get iron and nickel from. As you can see, we're still on the first piston. There's a second and third piston. Each piston is allowed 2 minutes to complete its cycle. As the pistons extend, you'll see down here that the track is made. I think it just finished with the first piston. Let's wait until it gets the second one before I go back down there and show you the track being made. So as soon as that timer block goes to the third timer block, currently it's on the second. There you go. Now it's starting to move on the second one. So you'll see as it goes along, it's going to make a track for the rest of the machine to ride on. The survival mode Red Bagger has 3 grinders on the back. I had modified it so that because it needs, there's a difference between survival and creative. So in creative, this grinds real fast, but it doesn't grind so fast and leave stuff behind. So I put on 2 more so that in survival that it can grind the whole, grind everything down. Let's see, what else do you need to know? Alright, so basically, this part right here will eventually, this will be made on the track further up. And then when this will kind of go over the top of that very front one, and then it will turn on and connect so that it keeps everything stable. After that, this connector will disconnect, and this merge block will turn off, and this piston will retract this merge block so it doesn't hit anything because it runs kind of low, and it'll bring it up a little bit with this projector. Currently the projector is connected to this track through the merge block, but when the merge block goes up, the projector goes up, projector will turn off, and then it will retract until it reconnects down here to this merge block and settling down, and then of course the projector will turn back on so that it can have some more build more track. The idea is that a lot of people, they'll build a track that's 5 miles long. You got projected 5-mile track, you know, but that's hard on servers and stuff like that if you're playing on the server, so we don't want to do that. So this is set up on just a small piece of track, probably about 30 meters long, maybe 40, and it works off of that, and then it just, when it moves forward, so does the projection, because the projector will start from here instead of starting from here. So it moves up 30 meters, reconnects, projects 40 meters up. Looks like we're almost at that point. This is the third one, and after this one's done, you'll see that the front will be connected to that connector. It'll turn green, and then it'll deconnect this, turn off that merge block. The piston will retract it to move forward. So just got maybe a half a meter to go, and then so maybe about 10-15 seconds. So after that one, when it gets to that fifth one, after that one quits blinking, it'll go to the fifth one. You'll see all that happened. Green, this detaches, grinder turns on, you'll see this disappear. It'll remove the excess stuff that you don't need. If you want it there, you can build it back, you know, so you still got a connection point. So, but this keeps it from using too many resources as well. On the updated version for the survival mode, the retraction process takes like 20 seconds, 15-20 seconds, but here it's going to take about 2 minutes to retract. That's because this is an older model. Anyhow, it's giving you an idea of what it's like. So eventually it'll go over here and it'll connect back over to this connector. I mean merge block and connector. And then of course that will turn, if we did another cycle, that would turn off and it'd start extending again and start the whole process over again. Do not believe there's anything else to say. I think that's pretty much it. It's a very simple machine. You press 1, 2, 3, you press 9 when you want to stop. Of course, you have to stop in cycles. If you want to stop the whole machine, get in the cockpit and press Y. Turn off all the power. There you go. That should turn off. That's going to connect. Merge block's going to come down and turn on. And then it's going to stop at 1, which is off right now. If you were not to press 9, it would continue doing cycles until you press 9. So you could go, I think the furthest I've had one go is about 2 miles, 2 kilometers, 2.5 kilometers in. And at that point, when you're 2 kilometers away from something, the rendering's so far away that the timer blocks don't work very well. So I highly suggest that if you are going to go away from the general area where the miner is, that you turn it off. Couple of reasons. If all the containers get completely full, it'll start storing up here in the drills, and then the drills will become super heavy, and then when it disconnects over here, it could cause, well, the piston, it takes longer for the pistons to push forward because it's putting more weight on this front one, front rib, And when this releases, if it's not in the right spot in the front, then it'll flip up. So you definitely need to make sure that the ore is being taken out of these drills. You can't have a bunch of ore sitting in these drills. And yes, when you're in survival, of course, you need to make sure it has resources because this is creative, so has all the resources it needs. So, but you'll see the directions for that if you go and make the survival mode one. Anyhow, this gives you a good idea of the tunnel that it makes. You can make the drill head different. It doesn't have to be like this. I like it because it makes a nice round tunnel. Looks really good. Another thing with this is that you on the sides, like if you wanted to move this 90 degrees, that you can actually lift this. You'd have to do some hand drilling, but you can have this piston lift this whole drill machine part up off the track high enough so that it's above this, and then you can use the rotor that's up here. This is the turn rotor, and you can turn the ship 90 degrees, right? And then set it back down, and then reconnect to the merge block. Of course, the projector will be, over here, and then, so you can go left or right, but you can only make 90-degree turns. When you do that, you put some drills on the sides here, and here, and here, and here, and then you right-click while it moves across so that it clears. You might want to put something here too, like right here, and then as it turns, it'll clear all this out until it gets to the 90 degrees. So that's the reason why I put the rotor in with the piston. Otherwise it could just have a piston here, just go straight, but that way you can get 90-degree turns in there. But you will have to make it so that it does a big sweep and clears out a lot of this rock to make that 90-degree turn. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed, and good luck and happy mining. See you guys later in Space Engineers.